Hi, everybody. Mike Sokolowski. I'm the Director of Grassroots Advocacy here in the Hearts for Home Care program. Today, we're going to discuss lobby days. Other names for lobby days are advocacy days and legislative days. These days occur at either state capitals or in Washington, D.C. The purpose is to come together as a group of advocates that are like-minded in support of home care from different agencies, the community at large. They could be made up of clients, staff members, etc. Their purpose is to get behind one or two common themes and meet with legislators to make sure they understand the impact of what we're advocating for and to share personal stories to reinforce the ask and leave behinds. Today, we're going to go over the processes and give you the opportunity to reach out with any questions at the end. In terms of establishing the dates, the times, the teams when you arrive at the Capitol, etc., that'll all be done behind the scenes. The ask of you, when invited, is to show up a little early, and be prepared to share your story on why you advocate on behalf of home care. Behind the scenes, what we will do is work to put together leave behinds, fact sheets for the legislators, coordinate schedules, make sure that you are meeting with either a direct constituent legislator, meaning someone that you reside in their district and you voted for or voted against, one or the other, or someone that is a legislator whose district falls in a service office that you are employed, or you're a client in that office's service district. Again, when you arrive, it'll be clear at the meeting place where to meet up with your team. Teams are made up of usually 3 to 5 people with one team leader who is a volunteer to lead that team, organize, and coordinate with everyone as they go through their 3 to 4 meetings that day. That team leader will meet with you prior to your first meeting when you show up that day. And what will happen is you'll discuss what part everyone will play in having the meeting with the legislator. For example, the team leader might do the opening and ask someone else to do what the purpose of our day is at the Capitol. Someone else may tell a personal story, or 2 people may tell a personal story on how the ask impacts them or their staff or family member. And then someone after that will give the hard ask of the legislator if they support or not our concerns. Good thing to remember at the end of each of those meetings that you will have at the Capitol is to get a photo. Ask the legislative assistant or someone working in the office to take it, or if the legislator is the only person in the office that day, maybe somebody out in the hall or next door. But you want to get a photo, not only just so that we could also promote it on social sites, etc., but it's nice to send those photos, either an email attachment or by mail with a thank you card later to the legislators, because they like promoting meeting with their constituents, putting it on the walls, etc., and let others know that this was them. I meet with my constituents. I want to hear from them. So that is one thing. Another thing that's going to be asked of you after you have those multiple meetings, when you meet for a lobby day like this, is in the packets you will all receive before it starts, you will be asked to complete a survey. These surveys are very valuable because what they let us know is how we're doing in coordinating, picking topics, matching teams, and getting you fully prepared for the day. Other things to look for. So when there's a lobby day coming up and it's announced, educational call. So advocacy groups will never just have you show up and go meet with legislators and find teams without preparing you with not only documents with information, maps, locations, hotels, etc., but an educational call to go over each of the asks that day. You'll talk about the why, the impact of it, and where your personal story fits best to support it. These educational calls are recorded and shared if you can't attend live, but they are a great way to prepare prior to showing up that day. Also, you will be provided with information where local hotels are if you need to stay the night before. If, as the group is getting together, they are meeting anywhere that evening prior. There are times morning of an event, we'll meet somewhere in the Capitol or adjoining to the Capitol in a different building to do an educational call or a rally. All of this information is provided well ahead of time, so you are prepared to attend these events. The who. So besides trying to pair up each of you with direct constituent legislators or someone that resides in district, these lobby days, we have strategic meetings with key legislators as well that are on certain committees that could be very impactful to what our ask will be. So we will coordinate teams also based on if there's someone in district that can go with someone in leadership on these coalitions or associations to provide the personal story to go along with the ask to someone that, for example, is on a health committee, appropriations, etc. Now, the opportunity to follow up with us. Email me, MSOKOLOSKI at heartsforhomecare.com or advocacy at heartsforhomecare.com. Always reach out, and if you have any questions, we will get back to you as soon as possible. Thanks.